The plot of Così, Tutte, I always think of it as a sitcom plot. Two guys, two girls. The guys go off, they come back in disguise and trick the girls.
Così Tutte is about two couples. This cynical guy comes along with an accomplice, Despina, and takes them through an experience that opens their eyes, makes them aware of who they are, and they are changed forever.
Guglielmo is a straight-laced, conservative, repressed individual, but he's taken on this journey by a mastermind, Don Alfonso.
Alfonso's a pretty dark guy. I mean, in any production, it's always a question, who is this guy? Why is he so mean? He's trying to open their eyes to reality.
The bet's about proving the fidelity of women. As usual with Mozart, it's far more interesting than that. You know, the bet is about actually the fidelity of anybody. The fidelity of the guys in question, Guglielmo and Ferrando, who were far more at fault in this opera than Fiordiligi and Dorabella are.
Dorabella has this boyfriend guy and is, not really sure how she feels about him, as a lot of people who date people are. And then something else presents itself, she goes after it, and then she feels terrible about it.
The Da Ponte libretto is one of his most truthful. You feel your soul going out to these people you're singing or who you're talking to. Ferrando turns on himself almost, and he turns on this sort of idea of Dorabella and what she's done to him, calling all these names under the sun, and then sings this heartbreaking aria about he still wants to believe in this trust and this love, but it's gone, forever.
I feel like I can relate to every single one of these characters on an incredibly personal level. I think that most of us can.
Christopher Alden has asked the artist to tap into the torture of human relationships.
The implication is that everyone either goes through something like we as characters are going through, or they live their life in a sort of a fog.
So there's a very modern take. It's more of a psychodrama than it is a play between characters that are always relating to each other.
It is the most out of the box I have ever had to think in doing this show. To go into different levels of them and to see how this works with her line and that thing that's happening on stage over there, and oh God, there's a bear.
It's the first time I'm singing Despina, and Alden's take on her is very unconventional. So I get to play a whole myriad of people, a homeless lady, a prostitute, a bear tamer.
I think what Christopher Alden does is he plays the subconscious more than the conscious.
It's 2 or 3 levels up in intensity and complexity.
And this is more of a psychological production. I think it's much more interesting. I don't think there's anyone who will see this that won't really enjoy it.
It's going to be cozy like you have never, ever seen it.